Good morning. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Squat Club, the place where busy dads, busy parents rebuild their fitness and take action on their goals every single day. This morning, Sandbag Saturday, we're getting awkward with a sandbag or other awkward load to make sure that our fitness is carrying over to our real lives. But this is more than just a workout. The 5 a.m. Squat Club is a full follow-along morning routine that we do together. We're going to prime our minds, warm up, move our bodies with intensity to make sure our fitness is going. But then we take action on our goals every single day. So if you're ready to rebuild your fitness in your life, wake up early, join us. First step, we're going to choose our first thoughts. Let's get after it. All right. So first step of our full morning routine on the 5 a.m. Squat Club is to get into a squat. Feet go underneath the hips, heels are planted on the floor. If you feel like you're going to fall over or the heels want to come up, grab a counterbalance to hold on to, maybe a dog, maybe a dumbbell. While we're here, we're going to set our breath with, can't even see this, with a box breath. It's a 4-second inhale, 4-second hold, 4-second exhale, 4-second hold while we go through setting our intention for the day with what we call our mental reps. So follow the animation with your breath, and I'll go through the mental reps. First one is I am responsible. It just means I'm going to take accountability for my life, whether it's going positively, going negatively. If I'm failing, if I'm succeeding, it's on me. Nobody else is going to take action on your life for you, work towards your goals, or fail for you. It's on you. Next is I will make time between stimulus and response. This is a big one for me. Can I take a moment between, the dog barking or the kids screaming or the sheep being out, and take a moment and respond calmly as opposed to reacting snappily. Next is I have all I need to succeed today, and we'll focus on progress over perfection. What that is oftentimes we blame things for not having enough tools. Oh, I can't do it because of this or because of that. Understand that if you want something, take action. And if you start taking action, you'll recognize that you have the tool to take the step that you can do today. And that step will build the tools to do the next step, and so on and so forth. Just start. You have what you need. And progress is the goal, not perfection. And the last is I choose gratitude. I want to make sure that I'm seeing some positive here, having some motivation from the fact that my life is good. And if you only see the things that need work in your life, then it's hard to enjoy it. So focus on some positive, still drive forward, but notice that there is good and be grateful for it. All right, step one complete. Let's start moving the body. All right, so before we get to our Sandbag Saturday session, we are going to get our initial warm-up, which looks the same every day. And what it looks like is getting up off the floor. As you've given yourself that head start and getting up out of bed, I can't say the words, you've skipped snoozing on your alarm. Now we're going to get off the floor. So what you're looking at is lay down fully, however you please. You can walk it down or hop your feet back, get yourself back up. We're going to hop and clap overhead to celebrate the fact that we are able to do so and that we are here to do so. So we're just going to go for 2 minutes here, easing into it. Doesn't need to be fast. Maybe just increasing the pace as you go to slowly turn on the body, right? We're increasing the heart rate, warming up the joints, lubing it all up to get ready to go, so that when we hit our intensity, we feel good and we're able to push. So 2 minutes here, then we'll have a little general warm up, and then we'll get into our intensity for the day, which is going to involve some sort of odd object. If you don't have a sandbag, that's okay. You can always still use a dumbbell or a heavy bag full of books, or I know Yaroslav uses a punching bag. Anything that's awkward, not shaped like a barbell, not what you normally use to exercise. Another 50 seconds here. And while we're finishing these up, what we can talk about is the system. And, yes, we're here for a workout, and that's important, but we're here for more than that, right? There's a reason why we start by priming our minds and then talking about this system. And there's a reason why we've created this system to stack our habits back to back. And the last habit that happens after our intensity, if you haven't been here before, is homework. And a lot of people don't like that word, but when it's self-assigned homework towards the goals that are important to you, it's not a bad word. And every day we take action towards those goals, because if we don't, we never achieve them. All right, general warm-up. Next. Next step, we're gonna get in some jumping jacks. So if you don't like jumping first thing in the morning, feel free to just go with a nice high knee standing march. Otherwise, heart rate's already jacked up from those burpees. We're gonna go out and in with the hands and feet. I like to contact together overhead and then contact behind me when the feet come back together. And we're gonna go 20, 30 seconds here, thinking about bedtime, right? In order to maintain this routine and get up early every day and not be tempted to hit that snooze button, we have to be well rested. And that entails getting to bed at a reasonable time, making sure your mind is not racing when you go to bed so you can actually sleep. So let me know in the chat, or if you're watching in the replay, in the comments, what was bedtime last night? How's the routine? Is it good enough to be consistent, getting up every morning and working hard? Next one, we're gonna go with an inchworm. So nice wide stance to start. We'll take the hands to the floor in between the feet, if you can. Walk it out to a plank, meaning the shoulders are over top of the hands. Squeeze the butt, squeeze the abs, squeeze the legs, nice straight line. Walk it back. You can stand in between or just walk back out. Let's get 5 reps there. 1 a.m. for Mr. Terry. Good morning, equipment. Jody, Tim, Terry. Awesome. What was bedtime? Let me know. I'm gonna not stand up on these today, just get a little extra, little posterior stretch, posterior chain stretch. Look out that window. Look how bright it is already. The sun is coming up and it is 5:09. Welcome. Beautiful color coming out of this camera here. Okay. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come to our runner's lunge. So we're gonna take a step out in front. Foot outside the hands is the goal. And then what we're gonna do is twist. So we're gonna go with the elbow that is closest to that bent knee. We're gonna put it on the knee and turn. If you want more, reach that hand up. Take a couple breaths there. And then we'll bring it back down, elbow back to the floor. And then reach. Let's get a few there, at least 5 per side. Take that warm up seriously, especially as we age. Things are a little crankier in the morning. We give them the attention that they need, the time and the attention to warm up. They will support us better. All right, let's switch sides. Oh, tight, tight, tight. Rocks in here, Maple. You bringing in rocks? So once again, we're gonna twist, reach the ceiling. Big breath there, and then elbow back down. I think I just got a mosquito bite. Mosquito season. Let's get 5 here. What was bedtime, team? How we doing? I was in bed. I think it was right around 9 last night. Not bad. Woke up to pee once. Acceptable. Say we're an 8 this morning. We're doing some gardening today. All right, next one. Let's stand tall. Support yourself on the wall if you'd like. And we're gonna go with a leg swing. So just nice and easy to start, and increasing the range of motion as you go to turn it up and increase that that flexibility, that range of motion, that mobility for today. So at least 10 cycles. Morning, is that Ryan or Chris? Either way, good morning. Just loosening them up for the sandbag. We're gonna have 2 pieces today, by the way, 2 10-minute pieces with that sandbag. Switch it up. There's that mosquito. Nope, I'm not gonna play that game. I think I got it. Hopefully I don't ever have a session where I'm just chasing mosquitoes around. All right, a few more swings on that second side. Maybe, don't eat that. Don't eat that. And then we're gonna get into our paleo squat for one more warm-up piece. Maybe, don't eat it. All right, so one more here. I'm just gonna tidy this up. Giant tick that fell off of her. Gross. All right, so last one here, feet underneath the hips. Let's come on down into our passive or paleo squat. Chris, good morning. Bed at 10, nice. All right, and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do our bootstrapper. So we're gonna wrap our fingers around our big toes and then pull up on those toes, get the chest up nice and proud. Take a breath there. And then we're gonna reverse it. We're gonna drop the chin and the chest, push the hips up, trying to keep the chest against the thighs. Take a breath there, and then sit her back down, pull the chest up. We'll get 5 cycles there or so. Drop it again, raise the hips. Oh, feeling a little tight there, so loosen her up. There's 2. Chest up, proud in the bottom. Remember, if you know somebody who, needs to get in shape and they're tight on time, or they've been talking about making a change, share this with them. Have them join us someday. Let's see if we can help out some more people. Join the team. All right, I think that's probably pretty good. Let's talk about today's workout here. At least the first part. Okay, where are we at? There we are. So, simple workout this morning. But this is, I think, I'm not going to say least favorite, but potentially the most challenging movement that I've found so far with the sandbag. I'll give you a demo here with the medicine ball first. Make sure I can actually do it, and then we'll get on it. So with, a sandbag or a dumbbell or a bumper plate or a bag of books or whatever you got, what you're gonna do, oh man, that thing is itchy, is lay down on your back. See me here. Take the sandbag to the chest, and then you're gonna get up. Maple, go. So if your sandbag is heavy enough, what that's gonna require is sitting up and bringing it to the knee. And what I've found is bend the knee to try to get the sandbag on the shoulder. There might be other techniques on this, but I don't know it. So I've found from here, getting it to the shoulder is the key, either with the knee or just trying to fight it up there, which is definitely awkward. If you have, it's my least favorite move, yeah. If you've got other techniques for this, feel free to share them, but I'm gonna try the old knee up to the chest. And then once you're there, other hand, and then it's just like a Turkish get-up. Other hand goes on the ground. Try to get that leg swept underneath you. Bottom of the lunge. Stand. And then you're gonna reverse it back. So you lunge back down, hand to the floor, sweep that leg in front, and then maybe the sandbag comes down before you come to the ground. I'm gonna try to alternate shoulders that it goes on. Realistically, I might be able to get 2 per minute. It's not necessarily gonna be a fast one. If your weight is lighter, then you're gonna get more reps. You're gonna go a little faster. So I'll give a quick demo of what this could look like with a dumbbell. So weight on the chest, sit it up. You could use the knee if you have a heavy enough dumbbell, bring it to the shoulder, hold it there, put the hand on the ground, Get that knee through. Stand it up. Reverse it. Bring the weight down to the chest and the floor. You could do that with a kettlebell. You could do that with a medicine ball. You could do that with a bag of books. Whatever works. It should be awkward. And that's it. Simple. So we're gonna do 10 minutes of that. Then we're gonna take a little bit of break. And then we're gonna do a 10-minute carry. Just pick it up, don't put it down. So let me get this set. We'll do our quick intro. Think about warming up. Get your space ready. Make sure there aren't rocks all over the floor. Grab some water, and we're gonna do it. You say grip and rip equipment, but I don't know if you remember the last time we did these. This is too heavy for me to grip and rip. There's gonna be a lot of struggling here today. If you're a parent and you're not training with something awkward like a sandbag, then is your training really transferring over? This morning, we're gonna do 10 minutes of just getting up with that sandbag. It's gonna transfer over to real life with your kids. Let's give it a go. All right, so as I was saying, we got a simple workout this morning, but it is going to be as tough as you make it based on the weight that you choose. We've got 10 minutes of Sandbag Get-Ups. I'm gonna do my best to give you a demo here without crushing myself for the workout, and then we're gonna get going. If you don't have a sandbag, this can be done with a dumbbell or a medicine ball or a bag of books or a kettlebell or a rock, whatever you got. So you're gonna lay down on the ground, somehow get this thing on your chest, and then I'm gonna get to a sit-up, and then the hardest part is get this on the shoulder. So you can think about using your knee, bring it up, put a hand on the ground, get the hips off the ground, get on your knees, get into a lunge. Whoa! Stand it up, reverse it down. You gotta control back to the floor, hand to the ground, hips down. Maybe I bring this to the legs, and then that's where it finishes. We're gonna go 20 minutes, steady, as many as you can get in that 10 minutes. Obviously, if your weight is lighter, go faster. If it's heavier, pace it out a little slower. That one jacked me up already. So, if you're ready, let's do this. If you're not, pause it, I guess. Let's get our tunes. All right. Good luck. Try to go faster than me. This is not gonna be quick. Where are we at? 10 seconds. Good luck. Oof, perfect. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain. Turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a name. I just wanna be famous. 1. But I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not getting to a minute. I just wanna be greatness. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto. So let me spend everything that you see is something I invent.
and it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots, if I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall and sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing, I regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic.
Getting it on the shoulders, hardest part. Keep it up, team. Over 2 minutes down. 4. 2.5 down. Last 1/4. Whoa. Wow. Getting that on my right shoulder hard. 5.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan. Rearranging my life and I won't go back ever again. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions when I'm out evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man. I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon. My body is the engine. I'm never second guessing. I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing. Persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing. I already learned that lesson. I'm changing.
6.
I'm making a new plan. Rearranging my life and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life and I won't look back ever again. No fear, see clear, you deserve to be great. I know it feels like you're heading your way. Push through those walls and the others will fall. Up, stand tall, you can get through it all. I need some energy, anxiety is no friend of me. I have a short memory, I don't really remember things. That's how I move on, that's how I stay strong. A new day's on, I'll keep moving right along. And I feel like the pain in the past, it needs to stay in the past. You gotta take off the cast. I wanna feel like I'm a new person. I wanna
Keep it up. Coming up on halfway, team.
and I feel like the patience lasts. If you can move on past things that make you feel bad and you can change in your brain, I'm certain. I've done it before and man, I'm not perfect. I'm changing who I am. I'm making
Halfway.
plan, rearranging my life and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life and I won't look back ever again. You could try to play, but you're never gonna be me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop,
man.
stick to a lane. Pick up the
Getting that on the
pieces and go
shoulders so
rearrange.
hard.
I'll be the best, above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is on chest, what's happening next, yeah. You got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in
4 minutes
second.
left.
It's a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing, new focus, no guessing, just an obsession, I'll live in possession, you got their attention, I'll leave an impression, and make a redemption, just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon, 11, it's time for progression, oh! You could try to play, but you're never gonna be me, look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy, bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me, muddy hands break through the chains, go free me, people like sheep move feet, hurt it easy, you don't wanna be fast asleep when they see me, better stand tall, tried to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change time.
We're going, you guys doing great.
Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't wanna place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you live
3 minutes.
lifetime. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job, no 9-5, no mean boss, just my life, free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. The other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody stain from the people who deceive me. Hands break through the chains, go free. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy.
2.5 to go.
Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Forgetting what side I'm on here. Last 2 minutes.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in the grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the time, I ain't like pain. You'll never hear a bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, and I still go. Go, 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 go.
Last minute.
Batter in your brain, that's why I say fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange
40 seconds.
Okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display, on repeat in your brain. Take the feeling, no more pain. Never slow yourself
30.
down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before.
20.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer no, man, I still go. Go,
10.
go, 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 go.
3, 2, 1. Good job, team. That's all it takes. 10 minutes, simple, hard work, but functional. This is gonna carry over to your real life, help you play with your kids, help you do the things outside, whatever chores you got. If you like this, join us every morning on the full live stream. All right, we got another piece here, team. We're just gonna carry that thing. Morning, Talia. All right, this one's simple. We're just gonna pick that thing up, put it either on the shoulder or in a bear hug or on your thighs or whatever. We're just gonna carry it around for 10 minutes. Just struggle a little bit. Let me know how that went real quick and we'll start it up. Take a breath, grab some water. Sorry I'm late, last few weeks. Be getting ready for my next tour in the camper. It's the hottest it's been, beautiful. Nice. Excited to hear about that camper. All right. Let's do this. So this one is just, well, we'll talk about it as we go, but you prefer traveling when it's hot or cold? Good questions, equipment. All right. See the clock there. We're just gonna pick it up and not put it down. Let's do this, 10 seconds. All right, we're building functional capacity here. Today this feels like carrying around your kids. 3, 2, 1. So you can hold it like this, like a bear hug if you'd like, or pop it up on your shoulder, or do a little bit of both, right? I'm gonna hang out here until I don't feel like it anymore, and then I'll probably throw it up on my shoulder, and we'll mix it up a couple times likely. Your goal is just to not put this thing down. Each stat was humbling. Nice. Pretty awkward, right? I know, those get-ups are no joke. That's why we gotta do them every once in a while. Still keep talking about filling that sandbag up fully, because there's probably another 20 or 30 pounds worth of space in here. But I don't know if I'd be able to do that with another 20 or 30 pounds. So who knows? Either way, this thing is a great challenge. You know, if you're new to sandbags, that's one down. What a fantastic tool. I think the more I use them, the more I love them. Make sure if you got this thing in the front rack like I do, or the bear hug, that you're squeezing your butt hard, making sure that we're not overarching the low back. Stay nice and tight here, squeeze the butt, squeeze the abs. Switch positions if you need, which I think I'm gonna do here. Just pulling my hair. All right. Feels a little bit better right now, but it won't last. So change positions as necessary. Or if you want to just suck it up, tough it out, hold it in the same position the whole time. Especially if your bag is a little bit lighter, just suffer. While you're here, like, this is one of those opportunities that, 2 down, to think about why you're doing this. You know, there's no real technique involved here, just squeeze the abs and the butt a little bit. And you got some time while you're suffering to think about what's the point, right? Why do you put yourself through this? Why have you chosen to work hard like this when most people, right, it's probably 5:40 right now, are still sleeping. They're still in bed, not getting up to take action on their goals and their fitness. Why are you doing this? And not only that, why have you chosen this hard way, right? It's easy to go to the gym and do some curls and do some machines and not get your heart rate up and, you know, feel pretty comfortable in the gym. But this is not that, right? We work out with intensity, and intensity is uncomfortable. So why do you do this, right? Because if you've got a strong why, you can overcome any how, you know, and if you're suffering here, you can always run it back through that why filter. Hey, I'm not gonna put this down because I'm here for my kids. You know, I'm here to build capacity that's more important than me. And if I quit, you know, like, what good am I to them? You know, question your why, question your reason for getting up early. You know, what example are you setting for your family, for your kids? What are you showing them about if you've got a goal? You know, what do you do? Do you wait and hope that somebody's gonna take action for you? Or do you get up early, carve out the time and make it happen? Right? You could go through your whole life and never work on your goals. And a lot of people do. So you've given yourself this opportunity, you know, to get up, to take action. Ask yourself, right? Make sure you understand why. Because motivation will get you through a few days, but why will get you through the hard ones. Right? If you can just develop a habit, then you're gonna get through those harder days easier because it's habitual. But still, it's gonna be challenging. And you still wanna make sure that you know why you're doing it. Right? It's easy to say, hey, I wanna be fit and capable because currently I'm not. And I see the repercussions of that, either in just my regular life with things that are important to me, or, with my inability to do the things with my kids that I want. And if that's the case, like there's only one way to fix it. People want this halfway, by the way, this magic pill or this injection that's gonna make them better. But the problem with that is you haven't done any work, you haven't created a habit, you haven't developed the persona. You don't believe that you are that new person, that person that takes on challenges, that accepts that, hey, this is gonna be a long road and I'm gonna work on it. And once you're there, right, once you understand that anything that I want is at my disposal if I do the work consistently, then you don't want the silver bullet. You don't want the pill, the injection, the magic cure. You want to do the work, because the work is where it's at. And that's how you develop the personality or the skills or the persona of the person you want to be, that takes action on their responsibilities and moves forward on the goals that are important to them, unlike everybody else. All right, there are days that I look at the YouTube analytics, which I probably shouldn't, and I get down. Right, I'll think, hey, we're not going as fast as we could here on YouTube. We're not growing. We're not getting as many views as I'd like, whatever. We're not helping as many people. And that just brings me back to this thing right here, reminding me that, hey man, this is a journey and it's not gonna be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. You're just supposed to put in the work over and over and over again. We are day 388 here, I think. And as long as I can just get a little bit better, and this thing can get a little bit better every day, then we're on track, right? Don't get caught up in the end goal. Just focus on the step. And if you take a step every day, there's no way that you're not going to be different by the end. So take that seriously. Give yourself a pat on the back, but understand why you're here. Because that why will get you through those days that you want to quit. As I'm saying, right? I'm not quitting on this thing because we're not there. I've got goals for this thing and we're not there. So I'm gonna keep working on it. I'm gonna get down sometimes, potentially. But that's why it's important to know that we don't rely on motivation. We rely on a system and a stack of habits, so that the days that I don't want to do this doesn't matter, because I have the habit and it happens automatically. So do it with us, build that habit. But while you're building the habit, understand your why. Because the why is going to keep you on track on those days that you want to quit before that habit is built. So know that. All right, another 2 minutes here, team. Remember, afterwards, we're going to talk homework. Because this is not just a workout program, right? This is your full morning routine where you get your fitness in. We get it in before the kids wake, and then still, while the kids are sleeping, ideally, we take action on our goals. And I'm gonna say this over and over again, and I know some of us are still waiting on the homework. We're not doing it consistently yet. But once you start that, and you see that progress, ideally, we become addicted to it, and we just can't not. After we finish our workout, we're just driven to go and take action. I was listening to Chris Williamson yesterday, and he was talking about motivation, discipline, and obsession. Right? Discipline is doing the thing that you know you need to do when you don't want. Motivation is wanting to do the thing. And then obsession is not being able to not do the thing. Right? Needing it so bad that you cannot avoid it. And that's the goal, is that we create obsession, or that we just find the obsession within us on being the best version of ourselves. And then when we wake up, we're just on fire. We just need to do it. And if we don't, we feel terrible, right? we're drawn to the goal as opposed to having to push or pull ourselves towards it. Our instincts just drive us because we're obsessed with making progress or obsessed with the goal that we're striving for. So the least we can do is develop the discipline, and the most we can do is become obsessed. And there we go. There's 10 minutes. Ugh. Hopefully that went by quickly for you, because the benefit of that is real. Even if it didn't and you suffered, fantastic. Fantastic. I like that kind of thing because it doesn't leave you feeling like messed up. It's just challenging. All right. Let's get in a little cool down here. Let me know what objects we used there. All right, what did we do? We did some lunges. Let's just get into a nice easy couch stretch. We didn't do a whole lot of squatting or quads or anything today, but opening up those hip flexors is a good idea. You know, tomorrow we'll have our active recovery session, but what we're gonna do, take a mat or a sweatshirt or a towel or something, roll it up, put it against the wall. Maple, you're in the way. And then what you're gonna do is put your knee on the mat or the towel or whatever and the shin up the wall. Depending on how flexible you are, you're gonna be closer or further from the wall with your knee. And then the hard part, step out in front with the other leg. And then you can think about pushing the hips forwards if you need a little bit more there. Otherwise, just hang out in that position. We're gonna take a minute to just open up the hips a little bit and breathe. And we can talk about Maple. I mean, we talked about the system and our homework quite a bit there. So you can just think about your why. You can think about, if you haven't yet figured out what your homework is, you know, taking a minute. And what we're gonna do probably eventually is, I'm thinking Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, the days that we will have extra work, right? We have kind of 2 workouts, although we did today, but I think what we're gonna do is the extra work and the homework section will be on a members only stream. So we'll switch basically halfway, or not halfway, but after our main workout, we'll switch to a members only stream. So first, if you're not a member and you want to participate in that, make sure that you join the membership. But secondly, what we'll do is we're going to dig into the homework a little bit more on those days. You know, we'll talk about how to choose your homework, you know, how to select the thing that's most important to you and make sure that the action step that you choose to do every day, which we're talking about here now, is that it's the right one, right? We want to make sure that the goal that we choose and that we start taking action on is the one thing. You know, I've used this reference before, the book, The One Thing, and the focusing question. It's I'm gonna switch sides here. What's the one thing that I can do now that by doing so makes all other actions unnecessary or easier or unnecessary? So we'll dig into that a little bit more and how to choose your one thing and then how to take action on it. You know, how to break it down into a daily action so that it can be achieved consistently. So make sure you consider joining the membership if you care about the extra work and that extra kind of deeper dive into the homework. So that's what our focus is now. It's 5:45 a.m. So ideally until, you know, just before 7, we're gonna sit back, stand, whatever position you need to do it in, and take action. Do an hour at least. You know, I've said before that mine is like 3 hours finishing this stream up and prepping for tomorrow, but it doesn't need to be 3 hours. Just enough time for you to get into it, make a little bit of progress, and then shut her down. And if you do that every day, you'll be amazed at where you can get to. So, Tim, my wife came out to the shop and watched. Fantastic. Fantastic. Welcome. Welcome. What did she think? She think we're crazy? All right, so real quick, here's some clips. This was yesterday, it was Thursday. These things are about 10 days old now. And they're turning it up. They're still not like fully ravenous, but you can see they're starting to develop a little bit of white feathers on their wings. We give them a few more days and they're gonna look terrible. But coming along. Meat We'll be going in the freezer in, 8 weeks or so. I've got one more here of us out with the critters yesterday. You can see my daughter's boots in the back there. She's on a mission to catch her friend Gimpy. I'm pretty sure she does at the end. So here are the critters in their new spot, but you can see they always want to be not there. You can see there are a few sheep out of the wire already, and there were many others out yesterday at different times. But this is the life we've chosen, right? This is the work. I put in a lot of work every day to maintain this and to move it forward, because this is our homework, right? Sustainability, food freedom, not having to rely on systems that that are not dependable and that create really products that we wouldn't be interested in. So this is the action we take, right? We talk about building our lives here in this homework section, and like, this is mine. So you should always be thinking about, what is yours? What is your goal? What is the work that you should be doing towards it? There she is interacting with Leandra the llama. And I think she gets Gimpy at the end here. Look at that. Look at that. What I think is super cool here is that basically she can, that's the wrong one. She can, like the, what is it? The Greek myth of the guy that carries the bowl every day, and as it grows, he gets stronger and stronger. That's kind of my goal, is that she's able to pick that thing up every day, and as it gets bigger, she just has to get stronger to do so. Because you can see already, she gets it up and then she holds it for 30 seconds or so, and then it's time to take a break. I love it. So, homework time, team. Before you go and, get distracted by the things that distract us, be it our phones or our kids or our TVs or whatever it is, our to-do lists, take action on your homework. Take an hour, and if you haven't determined what your homework should be, take an hour to determine that. Look at, where do I want my life to be in 20, 30 years, and how do I reverse engineer that to get there? If you know what your homework is, sit down, stand up, whatever, get an hour done, and then go enjoy your day. So let's do the quick YouTube top fans: Talia, Chris, Terry, Jody, Tim, and then obviously Talia. Did I say Talia? Was she on there? Yeah, Talia was on there, but Equipment wasn't. Equipment, this thing doesn't like you. I don't get it. Let's see there. Quick. Chris, Sandbag 75 pounds, did 2 get-ups with the kettlebell and 5 whole reps with the sandbag. Yeah, the sandbag's hard, isn't it? Homework today is unloading my truck so I can help my oldest boys, 19 to 15, move in full-time. Nice. They're moving into your place? Fantastic. I'm here. Yeah, Equipment, I don't know. I don't understand why you never show up on this little top fans list on the chat. It's so strange, even though you're active here. Either way, you guys are fantastic. I love you guys. And remember, if you want to support this channel, the best way is to click that join button, as especially Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, we're going to be doing our extra work on the members only live stream. So check it out, and have yourselves a fantastic day, team. Love you guys. And tomorrow is active recovery. So let's heal our bodies tomorrow. Go get your homework done. Have a great day, team. Peace.